Hi there. Um, so today I'm going to share a little bit about laboring positions. So one of the trademarks of midwifery care is that we really do want you to have freedom to move the way that feels best to your body. Um, and generally speaking, midwives really just encourage moms to find positions that are comfortable to them, find positions that work well for them, and go with it. That said, there can be some scenarios where midwives will give more direction about a position that will optimize the baby's position, that may bring more comfort to the mom. Um, and so, um, I'm just going to share some of those positions today. So, a very standard thing, especially in earlier labor, is positions that kind of keep you upright and moving. So, standing and swaying through contractions can feel really good and really open the pelvis. Um, Standing in such a way that you're kind of hanging onto your, kind of around your partner's neck, and just they're supporting you, kind of holding you around your waist, and you're just kind of hanging and swaying through contractions. That can be a really good position. Other upright positions would include ones where maybe you're kind of leaning over a countertop. We call this a forward leaning position. This is great for just really helping the baby to get into a good position. Any type of forward leaning position generally really optimizes the baby's position. So again, standing, leaning over like a countertop or a table or even a desk, and just kind of, again, swaying your hips through a contraction, that can be really great. Now, as labor progresses, you're probably going to get kind of tired, and finding positions that you can rest in will be really nice. So, laying on your side with a pillow between your knees and kind of pillows around you supporting you can be really good. You're not gonna, usually you're not comfortable, and it's really not great for baby either to be on your back. So if you do want to lay down, being on your side is great. And again, kind of having a pillow between your knees, and even like your top leg being kind of bent and elevated up a little bit, that can really open the pelvis. And unless you're sleeping, which, if you're in more active labor, you're probably not sleeping very much, it's ideal to switch sides every few contractions. Anything that you can do to continue maintaining some change of position throughout labor is a good idea, even if you're trying to rest in between your contractions. Sometimes a midwife will encourage you to stay on one side if she feels like the baby's in a really specific position and that side is more optimal for the baby, but generally moving back and forth is a good idea. Other kind of more restful positions you can assume, sitting on the birth ball, and kind of sometimes that the little bit of bounce and buoyancy that you get in your hips from the birth ball can feel really, really good. You can do figure eights on the birth ball with your hips. Sometimes too, sitting on the toilet can really help with dilation and bringing the baby down. Any type of seated position, and again, kind of that leaning forward, really does typically help with gravity bringing the baby down. That said, you don't have to be all the way standing up, to help with gravity. You can sit on the toilet. You can sit backwards on a chair with like pillows in front of you. If you're sitting kind of backwards on a chair or on the toilet, that gives your support people the option of being able to press against your back and hips, which can feel really, really good in labor. So when it comes to actually giving birth, again, we want you to assume the position that feels best to you, unless there's a good reason for us to suggest a different position. A lot of moms will get into the position that their body and their baby actually need, so we want to leave space for that. However, if we feel like, you know, this position would really optimize and encourage labor progress, we will suggest it. Some birthing positions in particular that can really help with good progress is a hands and knees position. And you don't have to be, strictly on your hands and knees. A lot of times, if you're on your hands and knees too long, your arms can get really tired. So one way to mitigate that is to kind of like stack up pillows. Like, so if you're on a bed, stack up pillows in front of you and rest on that stack of pillows. Or even if you're maybe on your knees on the side of the bed, resting your arms on the side of the bed can be helpful. So hands and knees it's a really great way to open the pelvis up and encourage the descent of the baby. It's a wonderful birthing position. A lot of women really like it as a birthing position. It can feel like you're very in control. And it also gives your partner and the midwife really great access to, be able to bring comfort with, your partner can sit in front of you, the midwife or the doula can provide some counter pressure, and obviously for when baby comes, it gives the midwife a really great access to be able to deliver the baby. Certainly, you can also deliver on your side. Sometimes when moms are really tired, the concept of just being able to completely rest between contractions and between pushing can feel really good. Usually during pushing, when you're on your side, the midwife will kind of bring your knee up, or have your birth partner bring your knee up to kind of open the pelvis up a little bit more. It's not super common, I don't think, in the midwifery model, but you can be reclining to give birth. Occasionally, a woman will feel like she just kind of wants to lay back. We really do discourage laying flat on your back just because that doesn't, the birth canal is actually curved. It's not a straight shot out for your baby. They have some stuff to navigate, and if you're not laying flat on your back, it's more optimal for the baby to be able to navigate that. So reclining in the bed, maybe laying against your birth partner or against a stack of pillows, and even like when you're pushing, kind of drawing your knees up to your chest can feel really good. So yeah, there are lots of different positions that you can give birth in. Sometimes women give birth standing up. Sometimes they give birth on the birth stool. The birth stool can be great if, particularly for a first-time mom, if they need to have a little bit more gravity to facilitate the birth of the baby. So yeah, there's really no wrong position. Midwives are able to catch your baby wherever you are. That said, sometimes there can be some direction that your midwife will give to optimize progress and help bring your baby maybe a little bit more smoothly, a little bit more quickly. So yeah, anyhow, I'm going to link a couple resources in the comments. And yeah, that's it for now. Thank you.